Hi, I'm Miles, aka the pool guy, and I'm going to show you how I professionally clean the bottom of a pool. Today I'm going to show you a few different pools and how I clean the bottom of the pool. Grandma's pool definitely was the most challenging. The sludge on the bottom, it was like 6 inches of sludge like across the whole pool. It looked very abandoned because obviously it had been left for 15 years. So that was like when I first got into the pool. Obviously there was a lot of, the water had been drained down quite a lot there, but as I stepped in it was really soft. Branches may have fell off of like the bushes that were around the pool, and then just sort of like they could have started growing like bigger as well while they were in the pool as well. So we had to shovel it into sort of buckets, and then someone would put it in a wheelbarrow and then take it down to the heap at the end of the garden, and it just created like a massive pile of just sludge. I'd say there was probably like a ton or maybe 2 tons of sludge. So yeah, draining that down and like scooping all the sludge out of that one, and just the time it took, yeah, that was definitely the hardest one, but we got there in the end. Oh my God. So recently I've been to a job, and the pool has been left for like 8 years, but the water weirdly was like clear, but the algae in there was really like blanket like, and there was loads of it, and you could see, like, I move it around, you can see it looked like really weird, like an underwater sort of like forest of like algae. It was like really bad, and that pool definitely had to be drained down. Okay, so when I first go to a pool and I see that it's green, what I'll do first is get a pool brush out, and then I'll brush the whole pool, all the surfaces, disturbing all the algae off the surface. Normally algae will just like break up, like you put chemicals in, you brush the pool, and it will just break up into like really small particles, and then you can just like hoover it. But like this type of algae was just like really like stringy and just like solid together. Yeah, it was a weird one. And then again, there's like sludge on the floor. We're sort of just like brushing the sludge to like a pile and then like scooping it out. That pool had been left just sort of like gone a couple of days without chlorine, and because it was sort of like indoor, it had like, it's sort of like in a greenhouse type, so it got like really hot in there when the sun comes out, and just the algae just attached itself to the tiles like so badly. It looked like it had been left for like years. People thought they were actually green tiles on the steps, and it was really tough on the tiles. It needed something quite aggressive to sort of get it off, and then what I got was just like some hydrochloric acid, mixed it with water, and sprayed it over the tiles, and it just started reacting with the algae, started bubbling up, and then I started brushing it in to disturb it all off the surface. Then I got the hose and started watering it down. It all cleaned off, come up nice and blue, and then rinsed it down, and that literally took like 15 minutes. The woman who owned the pool, she only called us to come and open the pool in like August. Had like the whole summer just sitting there doing nothing. So like we took the cover off, and there was like mosquito larvae in the pool, and there was mosquitoes like flying everywhere. Literally so bad I had to like run away from the pool, and she actually didn't want this pool emptied. She just wanted to try and get it around with like chemicals, get some chemicals out, shock, and chlorine granules we used on this one. So like when I shock a pool, that basically kills off all the algae and all the contaminants in the pool. Basically what it does is combine all the small particles, and what it relies on is like no movement in the water. So it's combining all the particles, and then they become like heavy, and then they just sink to the bottom. Yeah, after a few days, come back and it was like the water was crystal clear. Just all the debris and everything was just on the bottom, and I came in and like just hoovered it up, and it was just crystal clear, ready to go, sort of thing. So if you've got an outdoor pool, you're going to want to maintain it like once a week at least. No, so I get a lot of people do say to me, why don't you drain the pool before winter? But what it is you've got to take into consideration like the structure of the pool. So if you have no water in there, if there's water in the ground surrounding the pool, it can pressurize the walls and then cause damage. But you have to keep water in the pool. What you do have to do is check your pool at least like once a month and add the correct chemicals, and then when you come to open it in summer, it's going to be nice and clear still.